Hey everyone. Before we get into the video proper, I'm going to be out and about this Thanksgiving week. So I'm not gonna be able to respond to any comments or etc. I'll give you the lowdown later. But I'm gonna try to get everything recorded before I leave, so that way there's no interruption in schedule. What a novel concept, I know. But we'll see how it pans out. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, so today we'll be playing The Sinking City. Now, I gotta warn ya, seeing how the game saw fit to throw a warning onto this during the whole startup loading screens, this was inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. And Lovecraft was... how to put this delicately? A racist a-hole. His work was inspirational, but... yeah, man. They warned us when we were starting up the game that this was inspired by such work, and that while it's all wrong and horrible, we should keep an open mind that there is depictions of racism and xenophobia, etc. in this game. Which is good to know. 'Cause, frankly, I like games that explore things that are a bit controversial, but I don't want to trigger any of you guys. So, that's my warning. Now, I went through the opening cutscene earlier to get the sound level right, but supernatural abilities? Since when does this guy have supernatural abilities? Charybdis. Okay, so you have bad nightmares and you're going for medicine. And you don't like your reflection, both of which are troubling symptoms. Yeah, take the antipsychotic, kiddo. Alright, so what's holding your breath supposed to do? Yep, he's full-time hallucinating. Whoa, whoa, we're going this high depth off of the start, and what in the... I should know what that is. Wait, did I... crap. Folding camera. Alright, the casebook contains your main case files, overall storage, evidence, toggle on or off, pin evidence, place on the map. Alright, so... map, key investigation. Hold to see the full picture. Mind's eye can reveal omens that guide your way. Precognition. Retrocognition. Ooh, even better. The Mind Palace. Sherlock Holmes would be so proud. If you are crouched, small may harm your sanity as well as health. Alright. Dear Mr. Charles Reed. Okay, so we're Charlie Reed. Oakmont. Nowhere I know of. More frequent here, men and women are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. Something great yet unknown. As luck have it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johns van de Berg. Rotate. Rusty, welcome. Alright, so why...
Hope I never have to use it.
Oh, there it is.
Something tells me I will.
Alright, so how do I use that camera? Inventory... Options, casebook, lores. You know, they didn't do that good of a job of explaining how things work. Climb, interact, camera, flashlight. Oh! Okay, so why can't I use the camera?
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oh! Oh, okay. Photo of a trophy plate. Trophy plate with a strange fish. It looks very lifelike. Ugh. Odds that that is a real creature we're going to encounter? 100%.
Now get out.
Charming.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Oh dear. Let's be nice.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Wait,
Well, I have a
that's
particular
yellow? I thought it
weakness
looked
for-
green from
Call
my
it a
monitor.
Personal quirk.
Okay, if he asks us to attend a play, we're saying no.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I've found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Okay, so what's the
Why
flood?
about this flood?
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already...
Throgmont?
He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Okay, so what's the
How
deal?
can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Alright, so what's he like?
Tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton.
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Alright, I need somewhere
I'll
to
need a place
stay.
to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
Alright, so what do you do here?
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
And
So
that
Buck
doesn't
really
sound
have much of a
too
market for philosophy
benign.
these days.
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
How do I get to the Devil's Reef?
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Alright, what
Other
else?
places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Oh, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No,
I think I
no.
need to turn up the
The
volume
pleasure
on
was
this
mine,
game.
Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Uh-huh. Machine guns ready to go. Alright, I thought I saw his eyes turn black in the whole creepy eyes. Huh? What's with him?
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Uh-huh, sure it is. Nut. Alright, so that's the guy we're supposed to talk to. Let's see what's in the other direction. Titania.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Uh-oh. Not new Innsmouth, old Innsmouth.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton. This is my will. Don't go to the depths below Oakmont. Everything remain. Professor, I fear what will be becoming of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. I must tell my father, Albert Throgmorton.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
All evidence collected. Well, there's no sign of anything wrong inside the helmet, so here's hoping that that's just a stain. Okay, how do I sprint? What the? Okay, they were feeding on sharks, so let's just move past them quickly.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
You should have opened with the gear.
Investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Okay, don't ask this. People don't like it.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. But he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
And mark my words, that man looks like a gorilla.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun the
Oh, you're
city
one to
since
talk.
The police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Uh-huh.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I can try to find Albert.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
So I've
Let's
noticed.
just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Vera?
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the...
Alright, where's the fisherman's
Where's
house?
the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye.
You mentioned a lifeboat.
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather,
Find my son.
Oh boy.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Alright. Oh, so I just push through on doors. What did I step on? Alright, we're turning up the sound. Tried to dial it in last time, but... Ah, that's better. Dog bed?
this dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Alright. Shell casings, gunpowder, have to hold.
The
And
book
this-
is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Yep. Which means... he has pretty much lost check with how much he's pushing his muscles.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me? It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Just tell me what happened. Actually, tell me who you are
Tell me
first.
about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing.
Hold on, I thought you said it was a couple.
To call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay, my head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
What did it call you?
That sounds familiar.
Who's Kay?
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Okay, what happened to Paul?
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
Good advice.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
I said rest, not sleep.
Choo-choo. Ahem.
Alright. Let's have a look at that
I
body.
barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Alright, so what's triggering me?
Five cards short of a full house.
So he had Jack.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Be surprised if it had. Alright.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
I want one.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulenhaft.
Well, that's something everybody who's read H.P. Lovecraft recognizes. Take the watch with you so you can prove that... Huh?
What's happening?
Take this, ape-face. Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What?
Take this, ape-face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Alright.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Alright, let's see. Mind Palace. Combine clues to deductions make. One fisherman is winning. Albert Thornman was dangerous. Oh, Hugh. Okay, I'm getting out of the water. Huh? Thought I gathered up all the clues here. Huh. I can see why this game is... Albert spread hysteria. Alright. In New Orleans, Brent Lewis and his people suffered at the hand of the throne. Alright.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Alright. This is...
So the fishermen pursued Albert. Even let off a few shots.
Alright, now that I'm getting how to play this... Alright. Which means we continue down the path we have. Bingo.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Strong nothing, he's on PCP. This is...
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, just give me one more week. I know I owe you. Alright, so Lewis is also a
Blood is
loan shark.
fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Why am I going the long way? Because they're expecting someone to come from... Oh, never mind. I thought I was going to be clever.
The door won't budge.
Okay, who are... Oh.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Yeah, putting him up on...
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
I don't know. One fail round through the forehead could be an accident. Putting him up on meat hooks, however... Oh, it dissolved. Goody. All right. Off to the bar, or as we like to call it in my business, the meeting ground. Where's map? Oakmont Port, warehouse. All right. I found your son's will.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
That is why you save expeditions for the professionals, like the wonderful folks here at the Miskatonic University and Greater Miskatonic Institute. I'm contractually obligated to say that, by the way.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Your son has been murdered!
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I can't be sure yet.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
A
The
thorough one.
one.
When
That's
I
my
find him, I'll tell
line.
you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help you with anything you need.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see.
Now, let's... Is that... Oh, no, that's not blood. That's just rancid water with fish in it. I think I would have preferred blood.
My head. I still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find,
It would take
newcomer.
tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Alright. Now, where's the bar? Welcome to Oakmont, a town out of the base. Come on. Damn. You know, octopus are one of the few creatures that I will not eat. Them and crows. They're too smart for me to be comfortable eating. Grimhammer Bay. Under the Keel Bar.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around. You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Alright, so where's the entrance? Oh. Walked right by it.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Do tell!
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
I hope this doesn't bite me in the butt later.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see
Don't eat
old
the fish.
and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled by the dead. A race from one to the next as time itself laughs.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
Lewis.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
You want him gone? I can help.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
Punishment for
And
what?
what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Ouch.
Bye.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Drach. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
How did it all happen?
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
Bullshit.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Okay.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
All right. What is a grand family?
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
All right, I've heard enough.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
No.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Fortune teller's prophecy. My main takeaway from that is don't drink the water. This is difficult. because on one hand, there is evidence for mental effect, but in this case, you have to consider not only the victim, but what sort of person they are when prior, because Lewis has kept the bar owner in debt, so that kind of suggests the sort of person who might be vicious enough to murder, given a good shot.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your... Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family, and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress.
Well, I do have a second sight going
Remind
for me.
What brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I need it to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Alright.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I do.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do you think the flood is unnatural?
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
And that's another reason why I'm inclined to think that it was the fishermen doing it deliberately, because they tend to be kinda tight with the things below the waves.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Tell me more about the expedition. Who else was on it?
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Well, let's
About my
talk
expenses.
payments.
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Ooh, I got a revolver. All right. Okay, this seems to be a good place to cut it off for now. I can see why this game was greenlit for a sequel. That's part of the reason why I wanted to play it, see if the series was any good. The temptation to use this thing is truly staggering. But that'll be sometime in the future, because I can be semi-responsible. And I will see you all next time. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and please share the video. Bye!